What is up, people, and welcome back to the Rags to Riches F1 2010 to 2014 career mode. This is the career mode where we go from one of the worst teams in F1 2010, work well through the ranks and through the teams, and try and get a drive for one of the best teams in F1 2014. We're here at the European Grand Prix Valencia for round 9 of season 1. Looking at the standings so far, we're in P7 on 45 points, and that is thanks to a victory. Yes, that's right, a victory last time around at the Canadian Grand Prix. If you missed that episode, go check it out. It was absolutely amazing to go and get a victory in our first season of this Rags to Riches career. I thought we did well enough to get 2 5th places in Australia and in China, but to get a victory at the Canadian Grand Prix, that is just absolutely extraordinary. So good result there at the Canadian Grand Prix to put me up into 7th place. We are just shy of a Williams seat now. We are 7th place. We need to get 6th place and above to get a Williams seat, and 3rd place and above to get a Force India seat. So at the moment the gap is 17 points to Vitaly Petrov, and hopefully we can close it up here today at the European Grand Prix. A track which I missed from the F1 calendar. I love this circuit. I know a lot of people may disagree with me here, but I actually do miss this circuit from the calendar. I love driving it. So maybe in F1 2017 they can bring back some old circuits like Valencia, like Turkey, stuff like that, and that would be a really, really sick idea. But let's get into today's race. Let's stop looking towards the future, and let's get into today's European Grand Prix. Right, we've got an R&D objective for today's race. Beat the target time within 7 laps, and that's an increase in rear downforce 5%. So let's get this underway and beat it within 1 lap. Here we go then, down towards the line, and I think you'll find it's plain and simple. There we go, beating the time very, very easy indeed. Only just beating Covaliners though, so that's not really the best of news that we'd like to hear. But first lap of practice, not too bad. Let's head into qualifying. Here we go then, one-shot qualifying time for the Valencian Grand Prix. Let's see what we can do here today. Oh, nearly lost the back end there. I know that curb and that corner, if you take it too tightly, you clip the rear end and you go for a little bit of a spin. So we're going to try and avoid that in today's race. But so far the lap isn't too bad. Last couple of corners now. This is a really, really fast section. This is actually where I can gain a lot of time on the AI drivers. If I can get these corners right, which I have done just there, they back off quite a lot through those corners. So if I can get those right, then I can catch up a lot of time to the AI cars. It's this corner that's quite tricky, the final one, but it looks like I've nailed it. Through the final corner now, down towards the line. It's not going to be pole position this time around. It's actually quite slow. It's a 143. I say quite slow, but it's still 13th position. That is a really, really good result in today's qualifying session. We're beating Kobayashi, Buemi, Alguersuari, De La Rosa, Barrichello, Hulkenberg, and then of course the back markers down there as well. In pole position is Lewis Hamilton, who beats his teammate Jenson Button by 1/10 of a second. Then you've got the 2 Mercedes guys, and then Sebastian Vettel, Mark Webber, the 2 Renaults, and the Ferraris just getting into the top 10. So the Ferraris and the Red Bulls haven't looked too good in recent races. They need to pick up the pace if they want to try and challenge for the championship, because they're in the lead at the moment, but how long they hold on to it, I'm not too sure. But that is me in 13th position. Can we get another points finish here today at one of my favourite circuits on the F1 calendar for 2010? Let's find out as we head over to the race for the European Grand Prix. Race time then here at the European Grand Prix. The sun is shining out on track, and we're going to start on the prime tyres this time around. The race strategy seems to work, so we're going to go for that one. Prime tyres, then options. Then we don't have to worry about pitting earlier. We can just do our normal pit stop strategy. 11 laps in today's race, so that is all that needs to be talked about the race strategy. 33% chance of rain, so that means it should come down just at the end of the race, but just like Turkey, I don't think it will affect the track at all, and that is the R&D so far that we have done this season. So nothing else really to talk about. Let's head down to the track and get the race underway. There's Lewis Hamilton then lining up in pole position with his teammate Jenson Button alongside him in 2nd place. It's Mercedes McLaren, sorry, 1-2. Then it is myself in P13 and my teammate Lucas de Grassi way down the field in 23rd place. Can't really see the... Actually, no, I can see the lights here today. I'm still quite far up the field. The last couple of qualifying sessions have been really good. It's lights out, and away we go for today's European Grand Prix. Not the best of starts off the line, though. kind of reminiscent of what we had in previous rounds, but down in towards turn 1. Gonna go around the outside of Adrian Sitil. Oh, he squeezed me out into the barrier. Sitil. Fuck's sake. Right, aero up. We can fix that. That's fine. It's fine. It's not a problem. It's not a problem. We're not going to worry too much about it. It's not going to affect our race too much. We're just going to stay out. Unfortunately, we're going to have to get a front wing change later on in the race, but hopefully with our strategy, it won't hold us up too much. But Sitil didn't give me any fucking room on the outside. As we're right behind Luizzi, what can we do here? On over the bridge, Sitil as well, around the outside, possibly we've got Luizzi, so that's fine. Can we get Adrian Sitil down in towards the next corner? We're not that quick in a straight line, unfortunately. That's probably because of the front wing being in the up position, because of this bloody damage that we've sustained thanks to Adrian Sitil. I don't really know my braking point into this corner, but it looks like I nailed it that time around. Side by side with Sitil. I'm not going to give him any room, because he didn't give me any room. And there we go, up into P11 on the edge of the points positions, right behind Felipe Massa now, who didn't have the best of lines through that corner, but he's still ahead of me. So Alonso is battling with one of the Renaults up above. Right, what can we do? What can we do into the hairpin? Can we brake later than the other guys up the inside of Massa? There we go. There we go. Ferrari done and dealt with. Right. This is the corner that the AI drivers don't like. And we're going to go up the inside of Alonso. Oh, I've gone up the inside of myself. Alonso, you can have that position back, mate. There you go. Take it back from me. And we're still battling with the Ferrari driver now. Where's he going to brake? I'm going to brake early and then brake late. And then go around the outside of the hairpin of the final corner. Oh, my God. What a move. What a move. That was on Fernando Alonso. Side by side still with the Ferrari driver. He probably will get me back through turn 1 and into turn 2. But under braking, I might be able to have him. Here we go. Under braking in towards turn 2 now. What can we do on Fernando Alonso? There we go. We've got the position. Oh, nearly losing the back end there. But managing to hold it up into P9 in the points. That's exactly where we want to be. Can we get Vitaly Petrov for P8 though? That is the question. That is the question. Can we get Vitaly Petrov? A good line through here. Over the bridge. Not the best of lines there from Vitaly. Braking late round the outside. We had to give him the room there. Otherwise, he would have just gone straight into the barrier. And unfortunately, that's lost me a bit of time and the position to Petrov. So we're getting back. We will get him back. But we need to get Petrov. We need to overtake Petrov because he is ahead of me in the championship. We're going to brake late, though, into this corner. Just off the 150-meter board. Oh, and more contact with Petrov round the inside, though, of this corner. Have we got the job done? Not quite yet. Petrov coming back at us, but there we go. There we go. Job done on Vitaly Petrov. Up into P8 and now hunting down Robert Kubica. Oh, we've got an AI driver going very slow up ahead of us. Not too sure what has happened to him. It's one of the Mercedes guys who's just flown into the pit lane. I love how the AI can do that. They can just go full throttle around that hairpin and somehow end up in the pit lane. It's one of the Mercedes, so we've got past them anyway. Up into P7 now. I've got Robert Kubica ahead of us in P6 now. So we'll be looking to try and get past him within the next couple of corners. We need to get past him and have a little bit of a safety buffer to Petrov, who is actually battling with Fernando Alonso behind us. So that's good news. But what can we do on Kubica? What can we do? Right behind the Renault driver at the moment. Can we get him over the bridge? I think we might have a chance. The AI don't seem particularly quick in that area of the track. So let's see what we can do. Here we go, into the bridge section. He's got a bit of a gap though. Actually shot off through this sector. Oh, there we go, losing the back end. I told you that curb is lethal. I nearly lost it, but managed just about to hold on to it. Me and Kubica are closing up to a few guys up ahead of us right now. So that's certainly good news. Those guys not exactly having the best of times at the moment in this European Grand Prix. I've overshot the hairpin though. Not really the best of news. But we know that the AI aren't particularly quick through this next couple of corners. So we'll see what we can do. Kubica, there we go. Kubica proving my point there. As we go straight into the back of him. A lot slower than I would have liked him to be. He's probably going to be coming into pits on this lap. Hence why he's going so slowly. And here we go up the inside of Robert Kubica. Can we get the job done? Yes, we can. He's not actually coming to the pits. He tried at the switchback, but couldn't quite do it. But there we go. Job done on Robert Kubica. And up into P6, hunting down Mark Webber and the guy ahead of him, who I think might be Jenson Button, but I'm not 100% sure. Do you know what? I absolutely love this track. I absolutely adore this track. I don't know why. I don't know what it is, but I just love it. I wish I could have driven it on a wheel. If I had a wheel back in F1 2010, 2011 and 2012... oh my god, it would have just been the greatest drive of my life. I love this circuit. I just love it. I don't know why. I don't know what it is, but it's just something about it that just hums to me. as I'm right behind Mark Webber now, who hasn't had the best of lines through that corner. Very, very shaky compared to myself, who had a great line through the corner. Mark Webber going to be... where are you going to go, Mark Webber? You are switching over your line so much right now. Okay, I'm going to go round the outside into the hairpin. Can I do anything through here? Not quite, but Mark Webber's going to be going slow through these next couple of corners. I haven't had the best line through that one. Inside, come on, inside line. Let's do this, come on. There we go. Look, they're just too slow. They're just too slow through that corner, whereas I'm just like flat out. See you later, Mark Webber. See you later. Right, up into P5, and now hunting down the rest of the guys. There's a few guys in the pits right now. Of course, they are on the option tyres. They're going to be coming into pits before us, and we've moved up into P2. Could we be on for another top 5 finish in today's race? Let's just wait and see what happens. Lewis Hamilton comes into the pits then. So does Mark Webber. And out he comes. And there we go. Lead of the race. We are leading the European Grand Prix. I'm very, very happy about that. My favourite track. And I'm leading it. What else could I ask for right now? What else? Maybe a fixed front wing without having to lose the time in the pit stop phase. That's probably going to cost me quite a bit. I forgot about that. Stupid Adrian Sutil. But I think I could still be on for a top 8 finish here today. Despite the front wing damage. Despite having to get a new nose. Okay then, guys. It's pit stop time here at the European Grand Prix. I don't think I'll be able to fly in the pits like the AI do, unfortunately. Which is a little bit disappointing because I don't really think that's fair at the end of the day. If the AI drivers can just fly into the pit lane, whereas I have to take it at a normal speed. But at least I don't have to worry about stopping for the pit limiter. But anyway, into the pits I go for a new set of tyres and a new front wing. Thanks to Adrian Sittle. But I think I might come out. It's still in the top 5. Go now. Go now. Go, 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 go. I'm still going to be in the top 4. How has this happened? How on earth have I managed to be in the top 4? That is mad. That is absolutely mental. But I've done it. I've somehow done it. I'm up into P4 right now. And I'm going to be hunting down Nico Rosberg. If I can get Nico Rosberg, then I can close up in 5th place in the Drivers' Championship. Which would be quite nice indeed. New front wing though, which means I can put the wing in the down position once again. And gain some speed down the straights. Let's see if we can get Nico Rosberg. I'm not too sure about it. But let's just wait and see. 3 laps left to go in this race then. What is the gap to Nico Rosberg? 4 seconds. 4.2 seconds. I can do this. I can get on the podium once again. Come on. Push it, Haydon. Push it. Definitely closing in on Nico Rosberg now. 2 laps left to go. What is the gap? 3 seconds? 3 point something? Come on. We can do this. 2.7. Much better. We can do this. Let's do this. Let's go get Nico Rosberg. Let's go get a podium here at the European Grand Prix. Final lap here then at the Valencian Grand Prix. The European Grand Prix, in fact, as Nico Rosberg is getting hunted down by myself. This is for a podium position. This could be our 2nd podium in the Rags to Riches series. We're also catching up to whoever is in P2, but I don't think we're going to have enough time to go for the overtake on that guy. We're not really going to be closing up too much in this sector of the track. It's more about the final sector. If we can do something there, then we can get Nico Rosberg. 1.9 seconds is the gap. Just under 2 seconds. Can we get him on the final lap of this race? We were battling for the lead of the race last time out at the Canadian Grand Prix. It was the other way around where I was defending to him, and it was actually a bigger gap than this. This time around, I am hunting him down quite a bit right now, but unfortunately not the best of lines through that corner. That's allowed him just to have a little bit of a gap, a little bit of leeway to me. Come on, I can do this. I can do this. The last couple of corners, that's where he's going to be slow. That's where I pounce. Into the hairpin. I need to get this corner right. I've messed this corner up so many times in this race already. That was good. That was much better than before. What's Nico Rosberg going to do through these corners? He's going to be slower. He's going to be slower, but it's not slow enough. I don't think it's going to be enough here today. Nico Rosberg might have just about done enough to hold on to that podium position. Let's wait and see through the final corner. Around the final corner now. Nico Rosberg will hold on to P3, but it's still P4 here at the European Grand Prix. What a result! A win in Canada and a P4 here at the European Grand Prix. We are on fire at the moment. What a result of P4. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it when Jeff goes crazy. It just makes you feel so much better about the result. But to be fair, I'm a little bit disappointed that we missed out on the podium. Maybe if we hadn't have had that crash with Adrian Sutil, we would have got the third place away from Nico Rosberg. But unfortunately, today it just wasn't meant to be. Lewis Hamilton wins today's race, though, with Jenson Button in second, with Nico Rosberg in third, rounding out the podium, unfortunately just about beating myself. Then it is myself in P4, Mark Webber in 5th, Vitaly Petrov unfortunately in P6. That means it's only 4 points gained in the championship, but, you know, it's a long season and every point counts. Fernando Alonso finished in 7th with Kobayashi in 8th. Then it's Al Suari in 9th, Kubica in 10th, and Pedro de la Rosa just missing out on the points. With my teammate, where is he? Where's Lucas Grassi last? 24th position in last. And anybody not scored points that should have scored points? No. Well, Michael Schumacher. Maybe he should have scored points. But I know Sebastian Vettel and Felipe Massa way down in 20th and 21st. Not a good day for either of those two guys, especially with Sebastian Vettel trying to win the championship. He was leading. I don't think he'll be leading anymore. But let's have a look at the Drivers' Championship. And it is, yes, Lewis Hamilton leads the way on 114 points, with Sebastian Vettel in second on 105. Mark Webber in third, and then Fernando Alonso in fourth. Myself in 7th place, still holding on to P7. Same amount of points, though, as Jenson Button now, after that second place finish for my fellow British compatriot. And catching up to Vitaly Petrov, 13 points behind now. So we are closing in on the Renault driver, but 13 points is still a long way left to go. Jenson Button, we need to try and hold him off if we want to try and get a top 6 finish. Because if we get Vitaly Petrov, but Jenson Button gets us back, then that's not really going to be good news in the championship. But with the other guys like Fernando Alonso, Mark Webber and Sebastian Vettel not finishing any races at the moment, that could be really, really good news for us. But there's a long season left to go, and we just have to wait and see what happens. Looking at the Constructors' Championship, Virgin Racing have moved up into 6th, ahead of Force India now. And I don't think we're going to get Renault, but if we can hold on to 6th place ahead of Force India, then that would be an absolutely amazing result. Although the Constructors' Championship doesn't really matter in the Rags to Riches season, but it's nice to see we're getting Virgin Racing up the field. That is it, though, for today's race. Let's head back to the menus. Interview time now with David Croft once again. Are you happy with your performance this week? Of course we are. The team have performed admirably all weekend. Everything went to plan. It could have been better. Everything, I mean, that was a really, really good result. 4th place at my favourite track. Good result. Good result. Are you happy with how the races have gone so far? It's kind of Marmite at the moment this season. We've liked some races. We've hated others. Have been Spain, Monaco, Turkey were not good races for us. But Australia, China, here today, and Canada have all been amazing races for us. We haven't really got just in the top 10. It's either top 5 or nothing. So I suppose that's a good thing to say about my attitude. It's either top 5 or it's nothing. You know, we go for the race win or we get nothing at all. But, you know, things are going exactly to plan. Things are going a lot better than, you know, than we expected. We are well off. We are not well off where I expected to be. I expected to be maybe fighting around the top 10 in the standings. We are top 7 at the moment, so things are going exactly to plan. I didn't even think I'd be fighting for top 10, but have you been happy with the qualifying results recently? Yes, 13th, a pole and a 9th place. Really, really good qualifying session. So yes, we've been working hard in both sessions. So the team should be happy with that. The other teams may not be as happy because they prefer it if I slagged off my team. Yep, there we go. All of those guys not really happy, but we're not staying for another season on F1 2010. We are moving on to 2011 straight after this season. Virgin in P6 at the moment. Up next is the British Grand Prix, but you'll have to wait till the next episode for that one. Let's have a look at the standings before we end today's episode. In P7, 57 points, same amount of points as Jenson Button, hunting down Vitaly Petrov, 13 points behind, and hunting down that Williams seat as well. But that is it for today's episode. If you have enjoyed it, don't forget to smash a like on this video, subscribe if you haven't already done so, share this video with your friends, and I will see you next time at the British Grand Prix. But until then, it's goodbye from me.